Good morning and welcome to another West Main Bible class. Today we have a really fun and exciting story to tell them, don't we? Oh yes, we have such an exciting story to tell you guys today. You're never gonna believe it.
That is true. We do have a wonderful story to tell you. You guys are gonna think that Jesus is a superhero after you see the miracle he does today.
That's right. He does an amazing miracle, and I can't wait for you guys to find out what it is. So let's get started.
Today we have Jesus in a boat again with water. So hold on tight and let's see how this story ends. All right, we're going to do a little experiment today with water. I filled up this huge bowl with some water, and we're going to see what things will float. I have a few items that I've collected here, and I wonder what things can float in water. You know, have you guys ever gone swimming before and you try maybe just to stay on top of the water, but what does your body do? It sinks down to the bottom. We're going to see if any of our items here won't sink, but they'll stay up on top of the water. Let's listen to our Bible story and see what happens when Jesus steps onto the water. Jesus had been teaching people by the sea. It was getting late, so he told his disciples to get into the boat and go to the other side of the sea. Jesus went up on a mountain to pray by himself. That evening, the boat was far from the shore when the wind started to blow, and big waves tossed the boat up and down, up and down. Jesus was still on the mountain alone. In the middle of the night, Jesus walked on the sea towards his disciples. When the disciples saw Jesus, they were afraid. "It's a ghost!" they cried. Jesus spoke to them right away, and he said, "No, it is me. Don't be afraid." Jesus' disciple Peter said, "Lord, if it is really you, tell me to come to you on the water." So Jesus said, "Come." Peter got out of the boat and he started to walk on the water. He was walking on the water towards Jesus, but then Peter saw the wind and he started to be afraid, and Peter began to sink. "Lord, save me!" Peter cried out to Jesus, and Jesus reached out and grabbed Peter. "Why didn't you trust me?" Jesus asked. They got back in the boat and the wind stopped. Everyone in the boat was amazed, and they worshiped Jesus. "You really are the Son of God," they said.
Oh, can you believe that? Can you believe that? Jesus
people just can't walk on water. I saw a moose try to walk on water one time and he just kept going down, down, down.
Yeah, that's just not something that can happen. It was a miracle.
So that he could prove to us that he was truly God's son. And now we know that Jesus can do anything for us too. Have a wonderful week. Maybe you guys can see what kinds of things around your house will float or sink in the water. And I bet you guys maybe could go swimming this week, and you could try to walk on the water, but I think you're going to need to know how to swim because people just can't walk on water like Jesus. Jesus showed that we can trust him. His life, death, and resurrection showed that Jesus is who he says he is. When we look to Jesus and trust him, he will save us from our sin.